Have we hit the bottom? You know, we're going to talk XRP price because it sure looks like we may have. The SEC hack is over with. Quantum computers threatening BTC. And speaking of BTC, sailors buying more.
I say lots of naughty things, so here's your warning.
Happy Super Bowl hangover Monday. That's right. This is considered one of the least productive work days here in the United States because we're all talking about the big game. But I'm not because I'm on vacation. But I'm still bringing you the news. And you know the deal. Your comments come first. Hot, spicy, not irrelevant. Maybe I'll share it beginning of the next video. Maggie Rock says, hey, missed this one. Super cool that you met a fan while out and about. Seriously can't wait for Guatemala next year. Galveston in May, Montana in September. Guatemala must wait for real. If you get the chance, go to Guatemala. This has been so much friggin' fun. Tigerman 2028 says, since Grumpy Gary is gone, we have seen less naughty news. You may have to change to juicy jargon. Well done. I love what you did there. And we got to talk about the SEC hack. Jonathan Bowles says, good afternoon, Klaus. I always enjoy watching your videos. Honest and saying the truth every time. Excellent inspiration of top class intelligence. Have a great day. Big respect to you, my friend, Jonathan from England. All right, let's swing it on over the heat map. Bitcoin's in at 97,348. ETH is 2675. XRP at 243. SWI 327. Litecoin, Aptos, Caspa, Tau. A bunch of them are starting to go into the green, asking us a question. All right, have we hit the bottom? We'll talk price action at the end. Oh, we're on our way to, oh, there you go. Another sub right there. We're on our way to 40,000. We are getting so close. That's my goal for the end of February. Help a brother out. Quantum computers are coming for your Bitcoin eventually, says the Tether CEO. Ardonio made it clear that quantum computing is still in its early stages and doesn't currently pose a risk threat to Bitcoin's cryptographic security. Yeah, quantum computers right now, they're extremely unstable. In fact, when you look at quantum computing, you have to have them in rooms that are isolated from almost everything, even like the slightest movement, the slightest sound, it can really mess up the whole thing. However, he noted that quantum technology advances, it could compromise inactive BTC wallets, including those with Satoshi Nakamoto, the owner, which is suspected to be no longer alive. Ardonio said any Bitcoin lost in wallets, including Satoshi's if not alive, will be hacked and put back in circulation. To deal with future risks, he believes that quantum-resistant addresses will eventually be integrated in the Bitcoin network. And this isn't just something in terms of BTC we have to fear about, but bank accounts in general, because quantum computing power is so vastly superior than traditional computing power. I mean, insanely much. What you could do with like one quantum chip would take like tera, quadra, hepta, whatever trillion, billion, zero, 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 tons of zeros. All right. It's nuts the power of these things, but it's still way early. It takes a lot of energy to do. Heat is a big problem, and it's definitely not even close for the consumer market. Despite these possible vulnerabilities, Ardonio reassured that Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million remains unchanged. Even if previously inaccessible coins are reintroduced to circulation, only 21 million Bitcoin will be there anyway. Nothing can change that, not even quantum computing. Are you nervous about quantum computing? I'm at the age right now where I think I'm going to see it in my lifetime. And in fact, I'm sure AJ and Hecklefish up on the screen would agree that quantum computing is definitely a risk. Oh, Sailor's getting into it. Michael Saylor's strategy hits the Bitcoin buy button after a pause. Here you go. Company, which trades in the NASDAQ under the ticker MSTR, said that on Monday, hey, that's today, breaking news, that's why you hit the subscribe button, that it spent another 742 million buying another 7,600 BTC between February 3rd and the 9th. Strategy has been so consistent for buying BTC for 12 weeks that it did take a week off, and when it did, the market freaked out. But they rebranded during that week, and they also had their quarterly earnings call. By the way, MicroStrategy has lost money 4 quarters in a row. Last week, MicroStrategy did not sell any shares of Class A common stock under its market equity offer program, and it did not purchase any. But then it did this week. They now hold, are you ready? 478,000 BTC worth 46.5 billion. That is absolutely crazy. Their average right now is 65,000 per BTC, so they're definitely still in the green, approximately 50%. I'm highlighting this because the bigs out there just keep buying, buying, and buying. But do you think he's going to be successful? I mean, do you think he's going to be able to keep converting stock, keep converting future debt, and that BTC will outpace that? they're at a loss of 4 quarters in a row. People are starting to get a little nervous here, thinking, yo, Sailor, how long can you keep this up? And maybe you should start diversifying your holdings. Crypto CEO cheers the demise of a government board where customers log thousands of complaints. All right, this is an interesting story because this is kind of like a good and a bad thing, okay? Customers have filed 7,667 complaints with the CFPB against Coinbase. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong cheered the Trump administration attack on the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau over the weekend, but neglected to mention the thousands of complaints his customers filed with the agency. Close family member of mine got all their funds stolen from Coinbase. A bunch of you out there have complained to me saying, yo, when the market was hot, we couldn't even move our funds. In fact, recently they had a problem moving XLM. Yeah, people wanted to move their XLM and couldn't. The move effectively handcuffs a federal watchdog that has increasingly become a thorn in the side of crypto entrepreneurs. The CFPB is unconstitutional on the face of it. And even if it wasn't, it should be deleted as we already have the DOJ to prosecute fraud. Okay, that part I do get, but at the same time, Brian Armstrong, 7,667 complaints, that's not small. You want the CFTB gone because it repeatedly forced your company Coinbase to respond to consumer complaints about arbitrarily frozen accounts. It's constitutional. It has returned billions to customers from scammers. Why are you so afraid of oversight? So how do you feel about this watchdog group being nixed? I got to be honest with you. Coinbase has had some problems. You remember when the BTC ETFs launched and all of a sudden BTC started roaring? People couldn't trade. Coinbase couldn't have the service support. People were locked out of their accounts. They had trouble transferring. I remember when XRP went up with the whole Taurus thing, and oh my gosh, that was crazy because, yeah, you couldn't log in and access the action. All right. Remember that SEC account? Yeah, that Twitter X account that was hacked over BTC ETFs? Well, guess what? An Alabama man has finally pleaded guilty to participating in the hack of the U.S. SEC's X account. Two-factor authorization there, Gare Bear. Eric Council 25 admitted to conspiring to commit aggravated identity theft and access device fraud in Washington's federal court on Monday. Again, today, breaking news. Sentencing date is May 16th. Ironically, May 16th is what, everyone? That's the day we should get the regs by. How freaking cool is that? I just thought I would share this with you because this was done all the way back in 2024, and we're just getting resolution of it now. Here's that article from the Department of Justice. And if you want to read it, this and everything else is linked in the description below. Okay, so we talked about the bottom being priced in, right? Check this out. Last 7-day percentage, you're starting to see some green pop up on the screen, okay? BNB is up in the green, Tron is up in the green, SHIB, Litecoin's making a healthy move, BitGet's also up in the green as well. You're definitely starting to see the market turn around. Now, specifically, let's zoom into XRP because it does appear that we've kind of seen the worst of it. But remember, we've got CPI data coming up, and you always know there's something funky around the bend. But look at this 7-day. This 7-day kind of shows exactly what we've been talking about. We had some nasty time, and then we've jumped up a little bit from there, right? We've kind of bounced up ever so slightly, right? The lows have been getting higher. So, have we hit the bottom? Will CPI data rock the hell out of us? And by the way, CPI data is coming out in a few days. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm going to bring you some coverage regarding that. So hit that subscribe button, notification bell so you don't miss out. But CPI data right now is big in my crosshairs. Also is the February 22nd date. That's the cutoff date where the crypto group that was appointed by Trump is going to tell us what the current regs are. Because remember all those times when Gary was like, yo, the regs are clear. You just have to sign up. And people are like, what do you mean? Well, what are the regs? And he's like, oh, they're clear. Well, Gary, tell us the regs. He's like, no, I don't have to tell you. They're so clear. And we're like, no, they're really not clear because remember, Coinbase got approval and then was sued by the SEC. So yeah, it's definitely not clear. So you got that coming up on the 22nd. You've got a couple jobs reports coming up. So we definitely have some macro events that could help us out. But the big one is CPI data coming up in a few days. Fingers crossed CPI data is juicy. Fingers crossed that we get something nice like 2.4 or lower. Hell, I'll even be happy with 2.7. But the reality is the market wants lower because we've had a rising CPI over the last several months. We've seen it with the price of eggs. We've seen it with the price of food. We've seen it with the price of pretty much freaking everything. Inflation is a runaway freight train, and that right now is one of the biggest factors in the market, along with the tariff and trade battles. But the real big question that we have to ask ourselves is the floor even strong enough to support another Sunday Bloody Sunday move? Now, that being said, if CPI comes out hot, if we start going into the 3.0s, 3.1s, and you get yet another month of it going up, that's not good because that puts big pressure on Jerome Powell and the Fed to raise rates or keep rates high for longer, which does damage as well. And that is bad for the crypto market. Why? Because venture capitalists are sitting on the sidelines. They're the ones that help with the building of stuff, right? You want utility and all that stuff in crypto. Those venture capitalists are the ones that fund the building within crypto, not the speculative part, but the building. And they're sitting on the sidelines going, yo, we don't want to invest money if rates are high. We want to invest money when rates are low. So let's hope that we get juicy CPI data. Let's hope a couple jobs reports go our way. And let's hope this tariff trade war chills the F on out because that has also had a hefty impact on the crypto markets. Gold has also been gobbling up a lot of attention, but let's be honest here. Gold is a safe haven bet. And when things get wonky around the globe, investors dump into gold because there's less risk, because it's boring. So I'm going to keep you posted. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And of course, choo choo, bitches.